I am currently being haunted by the stats. This time we got the ghost type, which is my favorite type, not like it matters anyway. So here we go, 50 useless ghost type stats. Like always, we're only counting the regular and regional forms, not alternative or megas, unless stated otherwise. Let's just start. The first and most recent ghost type ever released are of the exact same typing. The two lowest HP by a ghost type both came from the Hoenn region. The two highest HP by a ghost type both came from the Sinnoh region. Out of all ghost types, only Shedinja has a single digit stat in any category, and obviously it's its 1 HP stat. The region that introduced the most ghost type is Paldea, with 13, and the region with the highest concentration is Kalos, with 8 out of 72 Pokemon released being ghost types. When not including for regional forms, Johto only released 1 ghost type. So to make this video not obliterate Johto for all the calculation, Hisuian Typhlosion will be counted as a regular Johto Pokemon for the rest of the video. 39 ghost type has a base stat of 470 or higher. None came from the Hoenn region. Only 2 ghost types that allocate 25% or all their stat to HP. Both came from the same evolution line. 34 ghost type has a speed of 70 or higher. None came from the Hoenn region. 4 ghost type hits an attack stat of 125 or higher. 3 of them came from the Alola region. Out of all pure ghost type Pokemon, Banette has the highest attack with 115. Ghost is the only type with multiple immunities. On average, the ghost type has a base stat total of 445. The blade is the closest to this amount. All ghost type introduced in Kanto, Kalos, and Alola are dual typed. 4 ghost type allocates less than 9% of all their stat to HP. 3 of them are from the same evolution line. 5 ghost type has an attack allocation of 25% or more. 3 of them came from the Hoenn region. If Shedinja attack allocation decreased by 10 percentage point, it would still have the highest attack allocation amongst all ghost types. The top 2 highest defense allocation by ghost type Pokemon are from the same evolution line. The most common ghost dual typing is Ghost and Grass, with 10. 1/3 of all ghost dual type Pokemon are either Ghost Grass or Ghost Fire. 18 out of 54 ghost dual type Pokemon are one of those 2 combinations. Half of all ghost monotype Pokemon came from either Hoenn or Galar. 3 out of the 4 highest special defense allocation by a ghost type came from the same evolution line. 13 Pokemon has the ability Cursed Body. All 13 are ghost types. Ghastly the Haunter is the only ghost evolution that doesn't gain weight. And the top 3 BMI in all of Pokemon are from ghost types. Alright, we're halfway done. Just letting you know my favorite ghost type is Giratina because it has Aura. Both of its form looks mad tough. Origin is slightly better though, and it has an insanely nice shiny. The heaviest and tallest ghost type Pokemon is Giratina. Only 2 ghost type has a BMI over 130. Both came from the same evolution line. 3 of the top 5 speed allocation by a ghost type came from the same evolution line. Rounded to the nearest ones, these are the average stats for ghost types. Sableye is the closest to the averages, with it being the only one with all of its stats within 17 of the averages. Likewise, Haunter is the furthest, being the only ghost type to have none of its stats within 19 points of the averages. Shedinja has the lowest bulk out of all ghost types, but by technicality, Ghastly has a lower bulk percentage than Shedinja, even though Shedinja only has 1 HP. Zoroark, Blacephalon, and Dragapult are the only ghost type with all 3 of their offensive categories at triple digit. Only Giratina has all of its bulk categories at triple digit. This obviously makes it have the highest bulk out of all ghost types with 390. When combining the sum of the worst 3 stats of each Pokemon, only 2 have a sum of 75 or less. Both came from the Hoenn region. When adding the sum of the best 3 stats, Fluttermane has the highest at 405. 2 Pokemon have a 2.7 ratio or higher between defense stats. Both came from the same evolution line. 4 Pokemon have equalized attack and defense. 3 came from the same region. The Blade is the only ghost type with a triple digit gap in either its attack stats or defense stats. If special stats were removed, Giratina would have the highest base stat at 460. If special stats were removed, Litwick and Gimmighoul would both have the lowest base stat at 155. If physical stats were removed, Lunala would have the highest base stat at 478. If physical stats were removed, Shedinja would have the lowest base stat at 101. The largest gap between bulk and offense is 200, done by Blacephalon. Dragapult is the best physical sweeper with a score of 262. Spectrier is the best special sweeper with a score of 275. Hoopa is the best special tank with a score of 280. And the Blade is the best physical tank with a score of 260. These are the average allocations for ghost types amongst all ghost types. Bruh. Only Sableye is within 3 percentage points of each of the allocations. Likewise, only Fluttermane and Ghastly aren't within 4 percentage points of any of the categories. Yeah, those are 50 useless ghost type stats. What type do you want to see next? And we close to hitting 1k subs, so help a broski out or something. I don't know. And yeah, that's about it.